Right. All right, we're live.
It's not only one. No, everybody who's watched me in the kitchen knows that I can fail in the kitchen occasionally. So, hello, ladies. How are you?
We're good. How are you?
It's supposed to be melting.
It's supposed to eventually look like that. You want it to caramelize, Mima.
Am I supposed to put water in it?
Nope, it's just sugar by itself.
It's supposed to melt.
All these thoughts that are running through your head were running through my head the first time I did this.
Okay.
Just like, am I supposed to add butter or something?
What kind of sugar
this
do you
isn't
have?
gonna burn?
What kind of sugar?
Yeah, it's not. It's just crystallizing. I
Right.
don't think you need to play with it that much, Mom.
Well, I was playing with it the entire time, so I don't think it matters. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mr. Steven.
Oh, I want to go into actual comments now.
What kind of sugar are you using?
Hi, Grape Jams. Hi, Albany.
Plain spotter aviation.
We're making flan, and I was supposed to have the sugar melted before we started.
What is sugar supposed to look like?
It's supposed to caramelize. It's supposed to melt and turn golden brown.
Like this, Mima. But liquid.
Look. See there?
What are you doing
Like a
there?
liquid.
It's going to be liquid, and then after a bit, it's going to become hard.
Right. Right. It'll turn into caramel, and then it'll harden. But mine is just not doing that.
We're going to have that already done so we can work on the rest of the ingredients. But if Mima's going to help you with that, we can start on the next half.
Okay, let's do that, and Mom can hang out and watch the sugar melt.
Okay, so you need a big bowl.
A big bowl?
Yep.
That big enough?
Yeah, and then a little bowl. A normal bowl, I suppose. A bowl.
Okay.
And then a bunch of eggs. We have our egg
I
rack.
already have 10 egg yolks.
Oh, well, I do not. Don't worry, it didn't break and explode because it's a guinea egg. They're like impossible.
Safe. Yeah, it said 10 egg yolks, so I've already separated my eggs.
Yay.
Well, I have not, so we're gonna.
Okay. Oh, good. Then I won't be behind if my sugar will be.
Yeah, no, so what are you using to melt your sugar?
Just a saucepan,
Okay, and do you have an electric or gas stove?
electric.
Okay. So I asked Mom, and she said to just put it in a pot and let it slowly melt. It should do that mostly on its own, and then you can just kind of like shake the pot around a little bit.
Okay, so it should be on
leave it
low heat then.
She said medium to medium high.
Medium to
and then you
medium
can
high.
just
Okay, that's about where I have it, is medium to medium high.
Mhm.
And
just
so just leave it.
keep roasting it.
Watch pot. Boy,
That's right. So just leave it.
I'm leaving.
Don't leave. You don't have to leave. All right. You may
Mimi.
leave. So everybody saying hello to you. Are you going to say hello?
Hi. Hi, y'all.
No.
Watch you.
Close your door.
No, here.
Oh, okay. You're just going to watch
Yeah.
and you're going to listen to this.
I'll turn the down. I'll turn the sound down.
Turn this up down. Okay. Oh, I got to close this.
Just move this. Move your foot.
Just AC is kicking
You
on.
make what?
Oh.
On.
It's eggs and sugar and milk.
What do you do with it?
You eat it.
Mr. Steven, yes. This is a giant measuring cup bowl. I think it's 8 cups.
Tell Steven to get into the kitchen to do this.
And I made a batch earlier to test out how the recipe was going to go.
Yeah.
And I have a different kind of pan that I just steamed it for a half hour, and then I had it in the fridge for a while. And it turns out like that. And then I'm going to tip it.
It looks delicious.
It is. Now, just wait till you see it when it's finally really done. KayKay's about to do the finishing step, and you guys can see what it really looks like when it's done. And it's absolutely beautiful. So what she's about to show you is why you need to do all of the. Oh my gosh, duck eggs are so thin. I barely tapped it against the counter and the whole thing broke, and now there's an egg on the counter.
Ah! You gotta hit that volume button, Ma. Oh, hey, it's starting to melt.
Yeah.
Yay!
So here's the finished piece.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
And that brown thing on top is your sugar that you're melting right now.
Okay. Okay, so you just flip it out and over.
Yeah. So I just put the pan on top and then the plate on top and then I flipped it. And, I mean, there's risky ways to do it, but that's less mess.
Yeah, it's like pouring paint.
Okay.
So you can do it like
This is one of my favorite things.
right. You can
You
do
should
it.
see the absolutely beautiful piece that I'm working on right now. Have I told you guys about the fan blades?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm going to do a video on them because they're finally done. And I'm going to an art show. Well, it's a market, a craft market.
Ooh,
Awesome.
Tomorrow. I've committed myself to going. So
nice.
hi, Jacob's Triangle. Hello,
Hi,
Jacob.
Jacob's
Hi, Mr.
Triangle.
Randy. Mr. Randy probably knows what flan is.
Oh, yeah, you would.
I think I've had it before at
This is duck egg.
Mexican restaurant, at a Mexican restaurant I used to work at
Very
Oh.
cool.
many, many years ago.
Very cool.
And they made the best nachos I've ever had in my life, and I've never been able to duplicate them.
Yeah.
Hi, Adam Leaf.
Awesome.
Hi, Rosie.
Nachos are amazing. Now, I don't know if you use egg whites for anything, but we save them and Mom makes stuff with them later. So
I actually used them for dinner. We had scrambled eggs and toast.
oh,
Nice.
That's what Mom wanted, so it worked out nicely. Oh, look who's here.
He knows what flan is.
Yay!
Hey, where's the little munchkin?
She's off camera right now. She can't be on camera on our channel.
Yeah.
BS.
Who
made that rule?
YouTube.
YouTube, and Mr. Dave obviously means Bunkie socks. That's what that
What'd she say?
Means Bunkie socks when he says BS.
Definitely.
That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely what he means.
So now that we
Oh, wait, hold on. Check on your sugar.
yeah, you got to keep a very close eye on your sugar, or else it'll burn really, really easy.
Okay. Honey, do you want to keep an eye on the sugar for me?
Yeah, I can see it.
No, you got to keep stirring it every now and then until it's a nice golden like this color.
Yeah, it's getting there.
But now I gotta work.
Just make sure it doesn't burn. You can turn the pot or you can scrape it, whatever works.
Okay, now Miss Lorrie, you need to beat your yolk.
It's the sugar that hasn't melted yet. And then you have this knife here that you can scrape it off with. You want to keep it hot until we pour
Well, yeah,
it.
didn't you flip it all over?
I'm not flipping it all over. See, you should be doing it because you're so much neater than I am.
Mom's gonna make pizza.
Stay here. I'll give you the.
Wouldn't
You
you-
turn it up or down as you feel you need to. You're trying to burn or not burn it,
Oh.
turn it to a nice golden brown.
Why?
Mr.
And all
Randy,
the lumps melted because it's part of our dessert that we're making.
How much sugar is it? Just this sugar, right?
Just that sugar, yeah. I was gonna try starting again because I thought I was doing it wrong, but
So how come you got this big old pan full of sugar?
well, because I was gonna start over, I thought I was doing it wrong.
No.
okay, so
I was doing it wrong. Oh, and you know what else? I didn't have any condensed milk, so I had to make my own.
Oh, condensed. Wow.
But it's really easy to make. You'd be so surprised at how you just
I've never made that.
take milk and bubble it down at like a low simmer, and it takes about an hour. And you about half an hour in, you take it off the heat. And you add like a third to a half cup of sugar. Stir it all until it's melted, and then you put it back on the heat.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
You got like a 3 or a 4.
Very cool.
Ish, yeah, and it steams down. It steams out a lot of the water in the milk, which is what condensed and evaporated milk are.
That's very cool.
So,
Okay, so you beat your.
Do.
the lumps are gone. Okay, when the lumps are gone, we're going to pour it into this mold. Where do you want this?
Come here. Jeez. How do you get yourself into these? I can't see.
You can't see.
Oh.
I'll have to straighten it. Okay, straighten it all off the bottom. Get as much as you can.
It's all there. It's all.
Don't touch me with the pan.
God Almighty!
I have no idea what's going on, but it sounds funny.
He touched me with the pan.
Touch me with the pan.
Oh
He touched me with the pan, with the hot pan, and it hurted.
Oh, you.
Oh my god, that reminds me. We were making mac and cheese earlier today, and I was trying to kind of hurry, and I ended up pouring the boiling water on my legs.
Oh no! Ow!
What is Trie doing in the kitchen?
Hey,
I
right?
thought you were a band.
She is.
I am.
She's great to be here.
Yeah, you guys are that special. You beat your yolks?
Yes, they're already beat.
All right.
Okay, so
then,
now we need our
we don't
condensed milk. But we need a whole can of this, right?
Yeah.
I put
See,
mine in my gravy boat to cool it.
Okay, so hold on. A whole can of condensed milk is so a whole
It
can.
is easier to buy carnation, but I forgot to add it to my shopping list, and it didn't make it into my pantry.
So a whole can of condensed milk is 14 ounces. So you're going just over a cup, like a cup and a quarter.
Nobody
No,
freak out.
that's
I'm
not
in
true.
the
That's not
kitchen.
true. It's almost. It's 8, right? So it's almost 2 cups. So you need almost 2 cups. I'm confusing it with 12 ounce.
Well, I don't want to beat it too much.
Why?
I don't even know if I'm supposed to be beating it.
Aren't you supposed to mix it?
Well, I did mix it.
After every one you put in, you have to mix again.
Okay, so I mixed that in.
You didn't have enough sugar, did you?
Yeah, I'm just trying to swirl it around so it gets a nice.
So why
even
is it in
coat.
that plastic thing?
Because I didn't have the right kind of pan, and so all I have is a cheesecake pan.
Well, how come you got paper in there?
That works
Because
good.
A cheesecake pan might leak because the bottom comes off of a cheesecake pan.
All
Right.
That's a good point.
That should be okay.
So I was concerned about it leaking, so I lined it with parchment paper,
That's smart.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
which I should have greased.
Is that going to come off of it?
It should.
Oh, no. It's an experiment. Another experiment.
I maybe
Get
should have.
ready. Get ready, Nemo. It's another experiment we got going on here.
I maybe should have greased the parchment paper.
No.
No, you don't need to.
No,
Okay.
we don't need to cook the pan.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
do I mix it really hard or just like mix it in?
I don't think it'll.
I just do it until it's completely incorporated.
Okay. And then the evaporated milk.
So you do your condensed milk, you stir. You do your evaporated milk, you stir.
What are you doing?
Pay attention to what I'm doing. I spilled.
Oh, no wonder I have such a mess to clean up all the time. You need to set that so.
You need to stir it around so it gets even.
No, it needs to be on a flat surface.
I'll put it on a flat surface then.
Yeah, then I'll make it easier.
And it's my engineer at work. She's wonderful.
She is wonderful. Oh, and then I need vanilla, right?
Yeah, so just to check, you already have your eggs, condensed milk, and evaporated or normal milk in,
Yes, I do.
and you have your pan already done with the sugar.
The sugar is still pretty soft.
Yeah, but it's in your pan.
It's in my pan.
Okay, perfect.
Then you add a little bit of vanilla. As far as the vanilla goes, just like a splash.
Teaspoon. No,
Oh.
Teaspoon.
Well, when I made it for Mother's Day, I did like a splash.
Teaspoon. Just a
That-
teaspoon.
That's a teaspoon.
That's a teaspoon.
A teaspoon is more than enough.
Oh, good.
That's like a tablespoon.
It was good. You did not rinse that off.
I did last time.
Mine is really runny.
Yes, it's meant to
Yeah,
be
it's
running.
supposed to be running.
Okay.
Very liquidy, like super duper liquidy.
This
Okay.
is going to go in there.
Yes.
Okay, now you gotta wait until your sugar
You got
solidifies.
too much of this to go in here.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
so
fine, honey.
All right.
Don't put it together yet because your sugar is going to be hot, which is going to make your pan hot, which is going to prematurely cook the egg.
Right.
Huh?
You have to wait until it's cool.
Okay.
Also, you can place your pan in the fridge so it cools down quicker.
So I can just put this in the fridge for a few minutes to cool it down?
I'll come back.
But you want to make sure that it's not going to cook the eggs.
Okay.
Oh,
It's for airflow, honey.
what are you doing?
I'm putting this in the fridge for a few minutes.
Oh, we didn't turn off Nightbot.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Ignore him, folks. He's crazy.
What?
There's no set and we're not taking your requests.
Yep, no singing on StreamYard.
So it cools down. Yeah, I got it. I just put it in there. Lorrie did a splash.
And then while you're working on that, we actually no, sorry. Hold on. So you just have to make sure your egg and milk mix is completely stirred.
You can keep stirring it if you're bored.
Yeah.
Pass the time.
You don't want your flan to be a quiche. Yeah, exactly right. Now, so I don't add any more sugar to this egg mixture.
No
Okay.
more sugar.
Should I have my water boiling for my steamer?
Yes,
I
you
think
have-
so.
You're using an electric steamer, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask about that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I did have it boiling earlier, but I've let it cool down some.
All right, so yes, you're gonna want your heat on already because it's gonna be needing to be steamed for 35 minutes.
Okay.
So it needs to be already going by the time you put your flan in there.
So I want it at a soft boil, right?
Yeah,
I'll get it up to a good rolling boil first and then turn it down a little bit.
yeah, and as long as it's still steaming, it's doing its job.
Yeah, before I put my steamer basket in. All I have is this steamer basket.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
What are you putting in there?
I'm putting that pan with the flan.
The what?
This is going to go inside here, and that pan is going to sit down
What
inside
pan?
of it. The one with the sugar in it.
Oh, when you
Well, I put in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay, I was going to say you're pointing over
And
here.
then we're going to steam it. We're going to steam it. The UFO looking thingy behind KayKay is the steamer. Yeah, it's pretty. I wonder what kind of a steamer you had. Papa asked me if I had a steamer, and I was like, well, yeah, because I do. I have a steamer basket, but then I realized I needed a pan that was going to fit inside my steamer or something called the flan.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll work. But the electric one is just easier because you can set a time and then it stops automatically.
Yeah. Well, I'll just if we're doing it at the same time, or is yours already in? Because I can set a timer.
ours isn't in yet.
Ours isn't in yet.
We'll wait for you.
So, what have you been up to this week?
No, don't do that. We took our meat birds into the
Freezer camp.
freezer camp.
Oh, nice.
Today we just got them back. Very sad.
Excellent. So you're set for birds now for the winter and summer.
I was pretty happy with them. I think had like a 75% of them made it to freezer camp.
Nice.
And was pretty happy with that until the butcher told us that so she's charging extra now for egg layers because they are hard to defeather. So it costs more to take in egg layers than to take in meat birds because they were bred to be processed easier.
That's interesting.
So we specifically ordered 60 meat birds this year.
Right.
And apparently they were not meat birds. She said that they were very hard to defeather and that we were actually sent egg layers. Thankfully, she was nice enough to charge us for just the meat bird fee because we told her that we thought they were meat birds. So she kept it with that amount. But she told us that we were sent the wrong kind of bird.
And it was kind of weird because like she ordered red broilers because those are really good meat birds and they're white. They were white birds. So like not really sure what happened there.
Okay, my water is boiling.
Okay, check your sugar now if it's hardened.
My thing is probably hardened.
Okay.
Or at least room temperature.
So one set. I'll do a temperature check.
Oh, geez.
It's still a little bit hot. I'm going to stick it in the freezer. No, I don't want to stick it in the freezer.
What's wrong?
It's still hot. It's hot like you, baby.
Well, you only put it in there 5 minutes ago.
Well, I thought maybe it would be good. If we got to go for 35 minutes, we don't want to go over an hour. So.
Well, it's okay if we go a little over.
Mr. Dave, this is what we're making.
Look, doesn't that look delicious?
Is it sweet?
Super sweet.
It's not super sweet? Or
No, because there's no sugar in this at all.
It's just condensed milk.
Well, the bottom is full of sugar.
Yeah, the glaze is sugar and then it's condensed milk. That's pretty much it. So it's a dessert, but it's not like a really sweet dessert.
When you flip it, does it?
Yep.
So it should hold together like that.
Oh,
All that stuff at the top, that's the sugar you melted.
but down there around on the plate on the bottom where it goes around, isn't that sugar?
That's the glaze that just dripped off. Yeah, you don't need.
Okay.
You'd eat that though.
It's really good.
It's less sweet than the cookies from last week, though. I think ours is a little sweeter than yours.
Yeah, they were pretty sweet. I think when I make them again, I'm going to cut it down to like a cup of sugar.
Definitely, without a doubt.
Like, I don't know.
Because they were way too rich. They would have been better with.
Well, you sure ate them.
I know they were still delicious. I like really rich stuff, but maybe I should make them like that again because nobody else wanted them. So I had to eat them all.
Did your mom eat it?
She had a couple, but she didn't get a chance. She's such a liar.
I don't imagine that could be true on that.
We were supposed to process them ourselves, but this summer went by too fast. Yeah, that is a ton of work. I love that Nightbot was banned and their comments were removed.
I got tired of him advertising.
I don't know.
It was gone the same night. Yeah, there you go.
What's that?
Their cookies were gone the same night.
Well, those kids there, they were eating them as they were making them.
That's the whole idea.
I think by the end of it, she had 1, I had 3, and I think Bunkie had like 6.
Did your mom and dad get any?
All batter that you ate.
She was on such a sugar rush.
Sugar crash, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, did your mom and dad get any? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, they did. Dad really liked them. I think Mom had 1.
Yeah.
I think Dad had a few.
Are you going to try their beets yet? Why don't we try them right now while we're waiting for that to cool?
Yeah, try the beets. Oh, actually.
Yeah, let's do it.
What if I don't like them?
Of our beets. Well, then you don't like them. You're not going to hurt our feelings if you don't like them, Mr. Dave. If you don't like them, you don't like them. I mean, I don't like raw broccoli, but I like it cooked.
Speaking, we harvested the rest of our beets. We have like 3 pots worth of it that we just cooked.
So what do you do with those? What do you do with the beets besides this?
Slice them up and
you're about
pickle.
to eat.
Slice them
You
up and
what?
pickle.
We're gonna do exactly what we did with these ones as what you're about to eat.
You're gonna pickle them?
Yep.
Is that all you do with them?
Well, sometimes we put them in these really good salads.
We
We
boiled
like, chop
them.
them up.
So we boiled them to get them soft, and then Mom made her favorite salad ever. And she put it in a salad.
Beets in the salad?
Yep, she put it in a
Really?
salad. It was either walnuts or pecans and like some vinaigrette.
And
it was really good.
raisins.
And raisins.
And some other normal salad stuff, of course.
Like lettuce.
So I've already told them that I don't like beets.
Yeah.
So, but I also said that I would try the pickled beets. Oh, pecan, beet, and cranberry. That does sound yummy. You went back for a second one. That's usually a good sign.
I'm trying to figure out what it's got a taste.
It's got a taste.
It's got a
Most things have a taste, honey.
no, it doesn't. What's in it?
Well, solid vinaigrette.
So
That was
I
for the
don't
salad.
know.
The pickled beets have
A lot of spices.
a lot of different spices. I think allspice, cinnamon. There's a lot of vinegars. I think there might be brown sugar.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think it's brown sugar.
I don't know. Mom makes them.
That
But-
vinaigrette has a kick to it.
Yeah, no.
delicious, though.
That's not the vinaigrette. That's the
Yeah, the vinaigrette Mom was talking about was for the beet salad.
That's the pickle.
Oh, okay.
Did you want to taste, Sharon?
I'm gonna go ask.
I'm gonna take one to Mima. Or are you gonna take one to Mima?
Go.
You want to go check the flan?
What am I
I'll do
checking?
that when I come back.
Like if the sugar is hard now, if it's like rock solid, but don't hit it too hard.
Don't hit it too hard.
Yeah, I cracked it the first time I made it.
Mima loves them too.
Hey, Mima likes them.
Nice. So I asked her. It's star anise, mustard seed, allspice, and white vinegar.
Ah, okay.
And
I
so
have
that
all of those.
she boils those together, and that becomes her pickling juice. And then she just drops the sliced beets in there and cans it. And then it preserves it for a while, and it tastes good too.
I do like it. Yeah, I love those spices together. And yeah.
It's a lot of fall flavors.
Okay, so do I then pour my goop into my?
It's hard now. Okay, so you need like a strainer thingy like this.
Okay.
What are they called?
Ow.
What are they called?
I don't know.
What do you-
It's not a strainer.
It's not. Yeah, like that.
What is that called?
I don't know.
That's
And
a
you
strainer.
Strainer. There's a strainer.
It
It
has
has
a strainer,
another
but it
word,
has
though.
another.
And then you
sift?
pour the
Is it a
thingy-
sifter?
Olive?
Through it. And
No, that's a strainer.
Okay, so I pour my mix through there.
Yeah, and this takes out the bubbles.
E lumps.
Yeah, this gets rid of bubbles, lumps, anything in there that's gonna make it less smooth.
Okay.
which is desirable in the Leche Flan world.
Okay.
Wow.
You're gonna make a huge mess of that.
One drop. One.
Well,
And then once it's there, you want to try to keep it as flat as possible, which I'm doing a very bad job at. And then you just want to put it on your steamer.
Okay.
Well, you gotta cover it.
Actually, yes, you have to cover it.
What should I cover it with?
Just foil. Our little pan thingies that we used had these nice little lids. Here, I'll get the other one. We made two of them for 4th of July.
It's the same amount of recipe though. It's a smaller pan.
Here,
So we
take
just-
this. I was gonna put this in that bowl.
So the original pans we used have these little lids, and the flan from the
Okay.
drips.
Yeah, that's perfect, eh?
Yeah, it protects the flan from the drips that come with the steamer.
From the steam, yeah.
Right.
So, and that's mostly the reason why you want the lid. You don't want anything getting in there. You just kind of get in like that.
I'm gonna have a hard time keeping it straight in my steamer.
Right, that could be a problem.
I wonder if I should put like a steaming rack or something in there instead of this steamer.
Yeah, that would work. A rack would
I
work.
do have some racks.
You got racks that fit this.
I have racks that will work
So
in
that,
that.
Miss Lori,
Mhm.
Miss Lori,
Mm-hmm.
that should be good as long as the water doesn't touch the bottom of your pan.
Okay.
Get a rack.
It needs to touch the steam, not the water.
Right.
It's not supposed to boil, is it?
It can, as long as it's going to continuously steam for a half hour.
Okay.
I don't know if this will fit.
That's too big.
I think that's too big. Yeah. This one.
Wait, why is Nightbot back?
It's starting. All
Oh,
right.
she doesn't have a lid. Okay, will you take
Pan
the lid
too.
for me?
What are you doing?
I'm gonna put
No.
my racks in.
Get in that on hold. You want me to grab a hold of that when it's burning hot? Look at that. It's boiling.
It's supposed to be boiling. Put that there, and I'll put that on top of it.
No.
And then I'll put this on top of that.
Yep.
Without hurting myself.
Yeah.
Most likely. Good luck.
Ah! Here, I can put it like this.
That won't sit straight. Yeah. Hopefully.
Okay.
All right. And then we just got to wait 35 minutes. Yay.
Okay, well.
Turn that down a little bit. You want to turn it back up the way you had it.
Yeah, I'll turn it back up so it's bubbling up there.
You know,
Steaming.
what's that?
Otherwise, it won't.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to move over to this other table. Ah,
What about your mess?
I'll clean it up after. I guess I could clean up some of it now. That would be nice of me. But then, are you gonna talk with the girls for?
I'll do it.
Half hour?
We'll do the cleanup. He's gonna do the cleanup instead of having to talk.
Because I'll have to do it anyway.
Oh.
So by the time this is done, our hour is going to be up.
Yes.
Where's
Sorry.
No,
It's okay. It's not your fault.
It's not a big deal.
But
It's not a
whatever.
big deal either. Not really.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
We might want to. Yeah, we might want to stay on a little bit longer so that yours can sit in the fridge for a while, or we'll just have to end it without you trying it yet.
We might have to end it without me trying it, and then I'll record everybody trying it.
Oh.
Yeah, if it has to sit in the fridge for a while too, that might be a little iffy.
It'll probably
Because if
just
it has to cook for 35 minutes, we're already at 10 past.
It'll be okay. We'll just like run until 11:30 or something.
Okay,
It'll be
I'm
fine.
good with it. I'm good with it. I'm
Yay!
just gonna move myself over here. So yeah, we should. I know I was supposed to send you emails this week.
Yeah, I was supposed to too. I didn't get to it. And then taking the one really quick one at like an hour and a half before we were going live. So sorry about that.
Yeah. So that's how it goes, right?
Right. That's just life. You can't really do anything about it. It's just how everything happens around here.
Like your chickens.
We can go over. Oh, you guys have permission.
Yep.
Yes, I did put the top back on the steamer pan. And
Perfect.
I am going to actually turn it down just a touch because it's really going crazy.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, it's a mild issue.
Yeah.
Might want to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, well, I'll just turn it down to medium so it's not quite at that super rolling bubble.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Do you have to cool it before putting it in the fridge? I don't know.
No, you
Nope.
can just stick it in the fridge. As soon as you're able to touch it, which is earlier for some people than others.
What do you do with all the towels? You use,
I probably use. There's more in the drawer.
well, yeah, that helps me with wet
Mama
hands.
speaking French. Like actual words.
No. C'est la vie. Oui.
I do that all the time. I'm a very bad wife. Have I told you guys that?
No.
Depending on that.
I'm a very bad wife. I think it comes from never having children and never having to take care of anybody but myself until I was 60, Mom
You
says.
still don't take care of anybody but yourself.
Until I was like I met Dave. How old was I? It was 22 years ago. So I was 38. I had just turned 38.
Wow.
And I just turned 102.
And he just turned 102. No, he was 53 when I met him. And I was 38. And I asked him out.
Oh.
I like that one.
Yeah, he did something really, really sweet and kind for my birthday. And I thought, you know what? He's a really nice guy. I'm going to ask him out on a date. And we went and we saw Shrek at the theater.
Perfect date. That
The
is the
original,
perfect date.
the original Shrek. That was
Perfect.
our very first date.
Nice.
Yeah, it was, and we've been together ever since.
That's very cool. That's awesome. I can't breathe through my nose.
What's new?
Hey.
What's new? Oh, I've got everything packed up now.
I don't know about what's new. She's having allergies again. That's not new.
No.
Woohoo.
Yeah, mine are all year too. I mean, there's always something in the air that,
Get on your nerves.
and
It's
now we're getting smoke from the wildfires, probably the ones in the Yukon. Apparently, the Yukon and the Northwest Territories are on fire.
Oh.
And Kelowna, the middle of BC, is on fire.
That's not good.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
She's got
Trying to burn us out, yeah. Ours Grape Jam says their first movie was Ocean's 11.
somehow I've lived with them my entire life and I did not know that.
Anything but Ocean's 8.
I don't think I have either.
And that was like a newer one. So I think most of them were before we existed.
I think I saw Ocean's 10. Wasn't that the first one? I saw the first one.
Wouldn't the first one be Ocean's 1?
No, it's not.
I don't think so. I think it's Ocean's 10.
What?
I think
Why is that a
Maybe
thing?
you're supposed to think that they've been together for a long time and that this is job number 10 together.
yeah, because Ocean's 8.
Ben lives in Kelowna. Oh no.
She says it's the amount of people who are on the team.
They're all evacuating.
Have you heard from her? I have a cousin who lives in Kelowna. She hasn't been evacuated yet, or hadn't been earlier today. but they're getting close. Mind you, I mean, they get fires in that area every year.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's not good.
You'd think they would do something about it, but
Eh.
Ocean's 11 is the first. Okay.
Oh. Why? Because there's 11 people.
Oh, is that what it is? 11 people?
I think.
Ocean's
Yeah,
11? That could be.
That's
That
just
could be it.
because I only saw 8, and that was 8 people. So I'm just
Wasn't
assuming.
one of the person's name, last name, Oceans or something?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Well,
I never saw any of the other movies. I didn't like the first one enough to continue with watching them. So
I know we watched it, and we watched 8, and Dad said that he didn't like it because it wasn't as surprising as the other 2.
yeah.
So
Surprising.
I only watched the one,
yeah.
Huh.
Ocean's 11. It was a long time ago. It was probably around the time we had our first date. I don't know when did your mom and dad get together?
So
Let's
I
see,
think.
your-
Hold on. They're
17 years.
I think their 18th anniversary is going to be like this December.
Okay.
I
So
think.
coming up.
No, 19th.
No,
19th.
19.
19th? Okay.
Bad.
Well,
Okay.
we've been together since 2001, so it's always easy. You just have to subtract a number from the year. So 22 years we've been together, but we've only been married 14 years
Since ever.
since ever. We were together for 8 years before we got married.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I was like 46, and he was my first husband. So I was pretty set in my ways
Right.
by then.
That's good.
And I had, yeah.
Who's George?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
George.
George's family name is Ocean.
his
Okay.
name,
See,
George.
I remember something, but I did only watch the one movie.
See, Mom said
Same with the other one that people like that I don't like is that Speed.
Speed Racer.
Which one?
Who doesn't like Speed Racer?
Called Speed, the one with the bus. The first one with the bus with Keanu Reeves and
Right,
and
yeah.
Sandra Bullock,
Yeah.
I think, and there was a bunch of them.
The guy from Bill and Ted.
This sounds like a movie Dad would know about, but I
There
don't
was,
know.
yeah, there was
I
3
did
of
not.
those with her. He was only one.
He was only in one. There were different guys in each one, but she was the gal, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keanu's Speed with Sandra. I watched that. I wasn't super. It's just not my style of movie. I like funny.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted. We watched Bill and Ted a while ago, and Bunkie and I took like a week to stop using that kind of talk.
It was the
Bill and
worst.
Ted. I loved Bill and Ted. That was such a
Said
good
she
movie.
felt dumber after watching it.
That was a fun movie, though. I haven't seen the second one. Didn't they make a comeback?
They made
So
2.
they
There are
made 1
3.
and 2, and then
There
they
are
made
3.
There's 3 of
Yeah,
them.
so there was the first one, and then only a couple years after that, they made a second one. So they still look
I
about
think
the
I
same
know.
age.
I might have seen that one. I'm not sure.
It was
One
like,
where they go checkers with Dad.
yeah, it's the one with death in it.
Okay,
And then-
I don't think I saw it then.
It's a good one. It's a pretty good one.
The first one was better.
The first one was by far the best. The
Okay,
second one was kind of a bit not as good.
not
And
as
the
good.
third was pretty funny. And then the third one was really bad. They're really old looking.
Oh,
There's a lot of CGI, and Bill's daughter talks more like he did than he does.
okay. Yeah, I think I probably lost brain cells watching Bill and Ted too. Mind you, I'm an I Love Lucy fan too.
Gee.
I Love Lucy and Carol Burnett. Oh my gosh, I used to
Carol
watch
Burnett, oh my gosh, she's like one of the greatest comedians ever.
right. She's
She
so
was
funny.
awesome.
Yeah.
Her
I used to
own.
watch her show all. I actually was watching some of the best bloopers the other night of Carol Burnett and Tim Conway, and I was watching the ones where they broke character.
Oh,
because it was so funny what was going on. Because Tim Conway is such an ad-libber, right?
Right. They were talking. Dad and I were talking about their style of how they did comedy. And it's actually really interesting. They would be given a card, and then they would just have to ad lib off of what was on it. And like there was one that had something about like tell a story from your past that involves an elephant or something. And Carol Burnett could not do it for the life of her. She just started laughing into her leg and handed it to the next person. It was really funny.
Yeah, they're definitely pretty fun. The girls have not watched I Love Lucy. Oh my goodness, girls! You have to
A
watch
little bit
I
of
Love
like
Lucy.
ads on Freebie or something.
Yeah, Lucy is pretty funny too.
Carol Burnett's Rolland Annie was really funny. I like that movie a lot.
I don't know if I've seen that run. Rolland Annie? Is it just one of her skits or is it a movie?
well, it was
Annie,
a full-length
the
movie.
Annie the
Okay,
movie.
I know I haven't seen it then. I'll have to look for that.
She was Miss Hannigan. She was the crazy lady who owned the orphanage that Annie stayed at.
So what was it called?
Annie.
It's just called Annie.
It was in the movie Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? The 1982 or 2014?
1982, I'd assume. Yes, it was the 1982 one.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a funny
Yeah,
one.
Miss Hannigan's awesome.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, Mom's condensed.
Look for it, and I've got it up in another screen. So.
Wait, Mom,
yes. After Little House.
What's going to be the next one, Annie or Bill and Ted?
Bill and Ted.
Like, I can't tell whether to be excited or concerned.
I love Lucy, guys. I love Lucy.
I don't think I could sit through another one.
Bill and Ted. Let's watch Bill and Ted again.
The first one. Just do the first one. Yeah, so I guess I'm not missing much by not having seen the second and third ones, eh?
I like the second one.
The second one was good.
Wasn't, like, awful.
None of them were bad.
None of them are bad. Like the second one I enjoyed, but it wasn't as good.
And like
it's like classic. The sequel is always not as good.
Right.
Always a thing.
Right.
It was kind of rushed.
Bill and Ted.
I feel like we're just
Mama says no.
We can't watch that. We gotta be smart.
We gotta be smart.
They're all bad, Mama says.
All bad.
Yes.
Yeah, I watched Little House when it came around the first time too. Jacob's Triangle.
I wasn't a concept when it came around.
As a kid, I used to rush home from school to watch it.
Aww.
Yes, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
Yep.
Wait, why did
Most of my friends were rushing home to watch the soaps. And I was rushing home to watch Little House on the Prairie.
Why would you watch soap operas? That's worse than watching soap.
I know.
I'd rather sit around and watch some soap.
Right? Why would you even? Laura Ingalls and I were about the same age. Yeah, me too. So we're probably close to the same age then. The Guiding Light. Yeah, that was, I don't even know if it's still on, but. Yeah, it was definitely relatable for me. And then I had an older sister too, who was a lot like, what was the older sister's name? Mary.
Mary.
Yeah, we got to marry.
And a little sister. I had a little sister too.
Here's the issue, the big issue. Bunkie is absolutely obsessed with Laura Ingalls. She loves her. And so she goes around and she's like, see, I'm a lot like Laura. And so she calls herself Laura sometimes. And she says that KayKay is Mary. But then she goes around calling me Carrie when I'm the middle child. So Mary, I should be Laura, and Bunkie should be Carrie.
Right? Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do to live out your fantasies and your dreams.
My favorite characters.
Always.
She always
Every
gets the last
time.
pick.
Poor Trie. Middle child, I can totally relate, Trie. I grew up as a middle child. I know. I feel your pain.
That's so much pain.
I don't.
Of course you don't. My older sister never did either.
It's kind of entailed with being the older sister and not the middle sister.
Got like no empathy for whatever you got going on over there.
There.
Come on, Pa. Daddy is like, Pa, that's so sweet.
She wants to get 2 horses so that she can plow the field with them.
No, so Dad can plow.
So Dad can plow the
Oh,
field.
so Dad can plow the field. I
Well,
bet he's super happy about that, eh?
He's allergic to horses, actually.
Even better. Even better.
We're involved in plowing the field.
Yeah, that's true. It
Like,
did.
how did people exist back then if they were allergic to horses? Just like, come on, time to go to school.
Oh, yeah. I bet there were a lot of swollen faces in some of those schoolrooms for sure.
Aww.
All right,
A lot,
class.
a lot of sneezes.
For you.
Do I know?
All red and swollen. And like, I came here every day.
All the stuff. All the stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So school. When does school start?
The
Next
28th.
week?
The 28th. So I
The
think a little
28th. Okay, so this will probably then be our last live.
I think there's one more Saturday before school kicks up.
There's the 26th, which is right before you go back to school.
Right.
I can set something up. Do we want to just like hang out and chat, or do we want to do something?
Up to you. Whatever you think.
Your week.
Maybe banana smoothies or something.
Yes.
Banana smoothies.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
And the thing with like school starting before Labor Day is like you just get in school and then all of a sudden you have the week off.
Right?
So like you're still trying to get situated and everything. And then no one's on when you need them to be on.
It's like, okay, I got to get this lesson done. Why aren't you on?
I agree. School should never start before Labor Day.
I think school might have already started for some other places.
It has. It has. I know people whose kids have gone back to school.
Oh wow.
I wonder when they got out for their summer break.
Like I don't know. Did you
Like
guys
May
have
or
one?
something?
Did you guys like have one?
Yeah. Did they even have a break?
All right. Like,
I don't think I can actually handle another year of high school without a summer break though. Like
2
I
weeks
was
ago.
end up like completely wiped out by the end of a semester.
that's just because we like insanely study for finals to the point where we like can't do anything else the day after finals.
Right.
So I'm
No,
not
well, you don't want to because your brain hurts.
Right.
right.
So like I need to
Right.
get out of that. Like so the semester ended. I think I told you guys about this when it happened. But the day after the semester ended, so I'm already up till midnight trying to get everything up. I had to get up at 5 a.m. the next day to go take an SAT. I'm like, guys, am I ever gonna get a break?
I remember that week.
A solid
That was
day.
crazy.
And then
Does
it's like,
anyone know how to make orange Julius? Isn't it just
don't.
orange juice
Orange-
and raw egg?
What?
Dad puts raw eggs in his smoothies.
No eggnog. No. I don't, milkshake, not smoothie.
I wonder if you could find a recipe for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to type it in now.
What's Orange Julius?
It's a Dairy Queen thing.
Really good.
I think I've had it once
Why
They
have you
still
had
have them.
because you had ice cream.
Why did I
Okay, you don't. You add milk and sugar.
Milk, sugar, vanilla, ice, and orange juice.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That doesn't sound hard.
Well, why don't we make that next week?
Sure,
Okay.
let's do that. I
That
think
sounds
Dad,
like fun.
Dad likes dreamsicles, and it can't be too different.
Dreamsicles are
Yeah,
amazing.
no, it sounds delicious, and I think I have everything that we need for it right
Nice.
here.
We do too.
Yeah.
Nope, it is not carbonated. It's frothed. You put it in a blender.
Oh,
blenders. Vroom, vroom.
Any old baby boomers that used to go to the orange juice places?
Yeah, there's a few people who know what it is.
There's nothing funnier than watching Bunkie's expression when we're watching Little House on the Prairie and I turn on the blender.
so offended because it's like I want to hear what they're saying.
I'm just like, the
Yeah.
subtitles are on. Read the subtitles.
Pause, Bunkie, pause.
Oh, the Jacob's Triangle Homestead says his boys got out for summer May 31st.
Okay.
We weren't done until June 3rd.
Oh.
But that's
Well,
still
that's
like,
only a week, though, if you were there till June 3rd.
well, actually, that's only 3 days. So we
Yeah.
actually had a longer summer.
Oh, that's sad. I don't
We
think I
have
can
them
tell
all
it
here.
than this. It wasn't long enough as it is.
I didn't get nearly like I had a reminder list of stuff at the start of summer I wanted to get done because I'm naturally an overachiever and I didn't get much of it done at all. Like I tried.
Summer's supposed to be a time you get to relax a little bit, like at least a little bit.
That's not something that's in
My
KayKay's
repertoire.
very, very large vocabulary. Relaxation just doesn't happen to be in it, which is very sad and very depressing.
Relaxation is different things to different people.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's not even a thing to this one.
I tried to learn how
Sitting
to.
and reading a book can be relaxing.
She doesn't do that though.
I tried to
Oh.
learn to crochet. That was
Oh,
a
dear.
disaster. I have a bunch of yarn in the back of my closet that I don't know what to do with now. Crochet.
cut it up, and in the springtime, put it out.
One on the ears.
And the birds will come and take it for their nests.
Right. There we go. And I think I wanted to make a theme song for the thing we're working on.
The animation.
We did get farther in the animation, so that was good.
Nice.
It's still not done.
With like even one episode.
But like the thing is that we talked about it with Dad because the episode should actually be shorter than it is.
Okay.
We're probably already done and we just don't know it.
Maybe you need to split it into 2 episodes.
We're gonna do like release each episode in like 3 or 4 parts, I think. Maybe.
There you go.
Like
Yeah, but I wanted to
Arc
make a
one,
theme
part
song and I still
one.
don't have a theme song.
Okay.
I tried to figure out the software to do the theme song and then I almost cried because I can't get the track to work. Because I'm trying to learn a new software.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
it's so stressful for overachievers. I just wanted
Yeah.
to sleep this summer. That was like
I just
There
want
it
to-
is. Dave says no crying in music writing.
There's actually a lot of it, surprisingly.
yeah, especially if you're writing like sad songs and you're just like
Oh, so awful.
and then your papers are soaked and falling apart and you can't even read the handwriting. You're just like, this is such a good concept, but I can't read it. So now you're crying more.
Why are you writing songs on paper out in the rain, Trie? She said her papers were soaked.
Well,
What are you sitting there pouring water on them while you're writing, or what?
Watering the plant.
chemistry when you were in school.
Watering the plants is while you're writing songs down on pieces of paper.
And this is actually her problem because she's the lyricist.
Yeah.
The lyricist? How do you say
Oh,
that?
gotcha.
I write the lyrics and she writes the melodies.
That's
and
how the
then-
Christmas album
Well,
was.
pretty much we all
Because
collaborate.
I
on
don't
it.
word well. Like,
So do you need us to give you some keywords that you have to make into a jingle?
Well, see, before
She did that
summer
for a while.
ends, we're supposed to
Have an
get
intro
into the
and outro.
habit of starting writing songs just so that we have a repertoire of original songs that we have written.
Perfect.
So
We didn't.
We haven't written any songs. Well, actually,
I did.
we did write that one.
I did. And that was like, I don't know. I didn't like
And
the
then
way
we
it turned
wrote that
out.
one other together, remember?
Oh,
The
yeah.
3 of us. The one about the keys and the sneezing.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
And
See,
we
like,
recorded it somewhere.
we do stuff and then I forget we do it. So then it doesn't get like the hey, we
It's
did.
done.
like basic drafts for songs done that we wrote. But we were supposed to release an entire EP this summer.
That was a goal. That didn't happen.
We were supposed to release 3 original songs.
But like we did
Three
a lot of other
official
things that I
original
didn't
songs.
plan on doing. Like we started doing more with recording. We did some live gigs. We did other stuff that
Like
was cool.
this is what happened to our summer. We did stuff we didn't plan to do, and we didn't do any of the stuff we planned to do. Like,
Well, life has to be flexible that way.
Right.
I went through like 5 different art styles in a week.
It's so frustrating because she's like, okay, go ahead and put the mouths on these, and then the next one is a totally different style.
You know what? Delete the
No.
last thing you did. I changed my style again.
And that took like a week to do. So like it's horrible.
But I think we have one established now.
Cool.
Are you off air?
No, we're still on there.
Mom, how dare you gonna embarrass her?
The song she wrote when she was 8, 9. It was about Mary Magdalene.
So actually, and to this day, it is one of the best chord schemes I've ever written.
Okay, so this is a
But I am
very
never
beautiful
looking at those
song.
chords again.
It was a beautiful song. I loved the song when I was like 6 because KayKay would play it on the piano and she would sing it and she had all the lyrics written out. But there's like this one part of the song that she absolutely hates, so she won't let me rewrite this one phrase where it was like the part after Mary Magdalene had found out that the tomb was empty, and she's like, and I sat there crying as I thought about you, and I stared at a little you. Y-O-U with E-W-E.
Oh.
She refuses to let me rewrite some of the words and like publish the song as if it's a song. Refuses.
I don't know why there was you.
I thought of you while I stared at you. That's a wonderful lyric.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
Mom still has that Facebook post somewhere. I know it, and then it's gonna come back to haunt me in like 10 years.
Wait, did she post it on
Chances are.
She had like live
Beautiful.
Facebook page,
Oh, I don't remember that.
and then we're just like cracking up because no one wanted to.
Noise.
So it's like no.
Fan kicking on. Is it
But like
on?
when you're 8 to 9 years old, you only have so many words.
I don't know.
You.
Don't go anywhere. Stay here
I'm
with
scared.
me.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm scared. You're hearing stuff.
Is it time?
Yep.
Time for what?
Time to take the flan out.
Take what? Oh, take this stuff.
Oh my gosh, that was awful.
I don't think mine's ready yet.
Why? Why do you say that?
What should it look like?
Well, it should still be covered. But yeah.
Can I turn the heat off though?
Yeah, you can do that. How's it look?
Can't really see what it looks like.
Well, you got it covered.
Well, I'm
You
supposed
gotta get like a little spoon and maybe poke it in the middle to see if it's
Oh,
still.
it's got tinfoil over it. That's why I can't see what it looks like.
I gotta go. That's it. I'm done. I don't believe it.
Should I take it out then?
Yeah, just take it out. It should be fine.
Okay.
Also leave it in there for another 5 minutes if you want it to like just make sure it's done.
Make sure
Or
it's
like if you
I'll
make sure
do
that it's viable to normal human touch.
I'll do it.
Then after that, you just let that sit for a little while,
Yeah.
and then
I'll do it until my timer goes off.
yeah, that works.
See, the first time I did this, I had a paper towel that I had to dab up water with. Because I obviously did not do it right.
Because you didn't cover it.
When she did for Mother's Day, she decided to use a recipe that was not a steamer recipe, and she tried to microwave it.
Okay. I saw one put in the oven.
It
For a
tastes.
water bath.
It turned out super duper well. Yeah, it was like super successful. It looked like stew.
It looked like stew.
Stew that had been regurgitated by a horse.
Yummy.
I bet everybody ate that, didn't they?
Surprisingly enough, Mom had a little bit of it, but decided it was too sugary. KayKay ate so much of it.
It's good if you want flan soup. No,
I wouldn't even call it soup. I would call it stew.
So
Add
now
like
you do with that?
lump.
You just let it sit.
Yep.
Yeah, you let it sit, and then once it's done sitting, it'll be like
wet.
it is a little bit wet.
You like what?
It'll be like that.
Oh, like that. I thought you said like lead.
Like lead.
You don't put it in the refrigerator.
You can.
It's not that old.
But I think just let it sit for a little bit until it hardens a little bit.
And then put it in the fridge?
Okay, hold on. We're getting feedback. 1 sec. Mom
Okay.
said 5 more minutes. So if it's still really liquidy like ours was, you need to put it in for another 5 minutes or so.
Okay. So mine is still in, so
Put it in what?
in your steamer. So it keeps steaming.
Once it's done, though, basically.
Why do you keep moving the camera? I just moved that.
I know you did. Why did you move it?
Because that's where
So
it
basically,
belongs.
when it's done, it's gonna look like this, nice and hard and yellow.
Yay. Okay.
Plain.
No!
Wait, I want to do it. You did it last.
Well,
Then you
we forgot a step.
You get a little knife
Wrong.
and you trace the
Careful.
end of it.
Careful.
I'm good with knives.
There's my timer.
Put it in for 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Okay.
So you just trace the outline and then you put the plate on top.
No.
No, Mom
No.
said. Mom said.
She's a flipper.
So then, because she's being picky, you put the plate on top, and then you flip it, and then you just like tap on it a little bit, and voila!
Voila.
Voila. Beauty.
It's very satisfying when you get to do it for the first time. First time I did it was Mother's Day. You can scrape off the stuff on the edge if you want. What was the flan? So now we've got 2.
What are you hearing?
I hear something beeping.
Yeah, that was our
is-
timer. I'm
Is
gonna
that
put
your timer? Okay. What? I hear things, honey.
I know that. I know.
Move a little closer to
You
me.
always.
I put it in for 5 more minutes. Just so
You hearing stuff and seeing stuff and not doing stuff.
Hello, Mr. Carson. We are making flan.
Hi, Carson. Mine needs 5 more minutes. Theirs looks beautiful.
This is from earlier. Ours is still trying to get cooked too.
The
So
one
we
we
used-
made with you is still trying to get cooked.
So we used a thinner pan, and it's like more shallow, and I think that's why it took less time because it's thicker and it's still very wet.
Yeah.
But you kind of just want to let it have time to
Until
harden.
it looks
Cover it again and put it back in the steamer and let it keep going.
Yep.
cover it.
Yes, definitely cover it.
No, cover it.
I ripped up the cover when I tried to take it off.
Oh! I know this one. So Miss Lorrie was actually making it earlier, and there's not a huge difference except condensed milk has sugar in it, and it's thicker.
Between what?
Condensed and evaporated. But both of them are like boiled to get some of the
Ow!
water content out of the milk.
the steamer was already going.
Oh, come on.
Ow.
Okay, stop it.
What the heck's going on back there?
I forgot to cover it, and then I got some aluminum foil to cover it, and the steamer was still on, so I got my hands really hot.
Every
You
time.
look like Lorrie does.
Right?
I do.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a style. Now you know it's not just your wife; it's just a style. It's a choice.
I was gonna say,
It's a cooking style,
it's
honey.
a cooking style. It's called ouch. Ouch. That's hot. Ouch.
It's called the Swedish chef method of
yeah,
cooking.
yeah, that I believe that. She's the Muppet chef.
If you guys haven't watched The Muppet Chef, you have to.
I will add it to the list.
Do you know the Muppets?
Vaguely.
Vaguely, we've
There's-
never watched them.
Kermit the Frog, and he had that pig girlfriend, and I think there's a couple
Yeah,
other
there
guys.
was Kermit the Frog, kind of, and then
Miss
he kind of looks like he belongs on Sesame Street, and then he's dating a pig.
Yeah.
I think there might have been another.
There's a Swedish chef.
There's
Look up the Swedish chef
Yeah.
on Muppets.
Okay.
I don't care about any of the rest of them, but
Like the old guys.
the old guys. Oh, yeah. Dave's like the old guys up in the.
Being Lonnie.
Yeah.
You have to watch the Muppets. Yeah.
Yeah, especially the Swedish Chef. That's how Lorrie cooks.
Yeah.
Does he get banned from the kitchen in the end? Because it sounds like Trie.
So what?
Well, I haven't seen him get banned, but
Who?
I don't know that anybody ever eats
Who's that?
from the Swedish Chef.
Oh
No,
no, they never show anybody eating anything.
Yeah, Miss Piggy.
Yeah, Sesame Street is where the Muppets started.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't know that.
Told ya.
And Miss Piggy chased Kermit.
From what I've observed, Muppets are slightly less scary looking versions of Sesame Street. I don't
Sesame-
understand why they make young children watch these monsters.
What is wrong?
I am genuinely scared of Sesame Street.
Oh no, Elmo's gonna get you.
Sesame Street? Do they
No,
ever
it was
scare you?
Oscar.
They were monsters. Look at Oscar
I
the
was
Grouch.
very old and I thought I saw
Look at
Oscar.
the timer.
You guys are afraid of a
I'm gonna
puppet?
check mine.
No. I was 4 years old and we had a very dark, big basement. And I thought I saw Oscar.
You thought you saw?
Yes, the trash can dude.
You what? The Cookie Monster?
No, I like the Cookie Monster. He was my favorite.
Oscar's the grumpy guy.
Oscar's the
garbage
Grouch. Yes.
Let's be the Grouch. He was cute.
Well, I like him more now. Now it's mostly just Grover that bothers me.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Grover?
He's kind of crazy.
So are you.
Grover's kind of creepy.
I liked him.
Who,
He's cute.
Grover?
I felt bad for him. No one appreciates that. Nothing he does is appreciated or correct.
Because he's kind of insane.
Lorrie's is still running.
He's eminently pitiable.
Yeah. That must be why I like him so much.
No, I tend to like the characters I feel bad for. Like that just tends to be the thing.
So what are you doing?
I'm adding more water.
I
You gotta cook yours longer.
Oh, it's sad.
Ours is still wet too.
Lorrie's isn't cooking.
Yeah, so I think we have deeper pans, so it's just gonna take longer.
So we'll put it in for like 15 minutes this time.
I'm still not convinced those are actually doing 5-minute increments.
Maybe 15 will be fine.
Right. Because it's like I put it down for 5 minutes and 2 minutes later it's done. Like, I don't think that's counting correctly. It was to make monsters.
What are you doing back there?
Nice one. Hello. Very funny.
What'd you do?
I grabbed the lid.
Oh, you.
Forgot it was hot.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's Lorrie cooking.
As soon as you think like 5 minutes ago, that's oh my
Okay. Fine.
god. Oh my
That's my resident engineer. Tell you what.
god. Miss Lorrie, we should get resident engineer matching shirts.
We should. I'll make one. Or you
Right.
make one.
Okay.
I'll make one. You don't have any time.
Just put
And then Miss
resident
Lorrie can
engineer
get
out.
matching shirts and Mima and Bunkie can get matching shirts.
There you go.
That was not 15 minutes.
I just started mine on 15 minutes.
Go check.
Why can't you?
Because you're the one who likes
It's
burning
out of
yourself.
water.
It's like 11 o'clock.
You
now,
might have
right?
set it on. Yeah, it's like 11.
It's out of water.
What are you going to bed about 3 now?
Water. Add water.
From what?
I don't know, something.
That's what I had to do too. I had to add a little more water.
Quick, something.
That's too much. That's too much. There's a max level.
Oh, no.
Yee.
The first episode of Sesame Street aired 5 days before you were born.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
So,
Cool.
So you were never free from them.
Neither were we.
I know. It's called turning it off.
Yeah, we didn't actually watch it that much.
Yeah, probably.
so
not.
you were born then on November 5th. 1969. So you're actually younger than I am.
Who?
Mr. Randy.
Mr. Randy.
Mr. Randy from Jacob's Homestead.
What's that?
Oh, 5 days before, so the 15th. Yes.
See, well, now we know his birthday. Now we can go send him something.
Ah,
Something for his birthday. Now you know.
In November?
November, yeah.
oh.
And it aired in 1969. I was 6 years old by then.
Oh, wow.
I would like try to estimate how old I was, but it would be like negative 70,
Negative 50 something.
50 something.
Negative many years, yes.
Yeah, negative 40 something.
So she said 69.
69.
Negative 40 something in 1969.
Why did you
No, you weren't even a twinkle in Daddy's eye. Daddy probably wasn't a twinkle in Daddy's eye.
I don't know how old Daddy is. So
38.
Jim Henson was 19 when Carson was born. Wow.
I was negative 38 years old when you were born.
Hey, I was negative 40.
Me and Sesame had been streaming for 40 years before you were born.
Oh, wow. Your parents probably weren't even born yet.
sad.
Yeah.
What year are we talking?
69.
I feel like I'm not supposed to disclose on
Oh, yeah.
YouTube.
Probably not.
Uh-oh. Autumn Leaf says y'all are young. I think so, too.
who said that?
No, because like we're to the point where kids our age are calling the 2010s throwbacks, and I honestly don't understand that.
Right? How are the 2010s throwback songs?
Because it's like you're going to like Adele and whatnot, and it's like it's a throwback to the 2010s, and I'm like, isn't that last year?
Yeah, right? That was not very long ago.
10 was not last year. It was only like 4 years ago, though.
Yeah.
But like, wow, that was so cool.
Maybe
What
that's
do
that's
they mean by that?
I don't know.
2010.
Apparently not what we used to mean by throwback.
Throwbacks is what you do with fish when they're too small.
Crab, too.
Yes.
no, it's what they're calling music. That's like if you play a song that's from like say the 80s, it's like 80s throwback music is what they called it.
Yeah.
And now there's like 2010s throwback music, and I'm like, should you really be calling it that when it's still the 2000s?
Yeah.
No, it's the 2020s now.
Who listens to 2010 music?
Who listens to 2010 music? That's old. That's old school.
What are you guys listening to?
That's so 4 years ago. Like,
I usually listen to like 80s and 90s music. So
it's a good genre.
It's a good genre.
I was actually looking through the Spotify playlist today, and we know the most 2010s and 70s. And I feel like just because of
perfect combo.
right. Because like there's the stuff we were 7 years old going to the store listening to, and then there's we learned how to play.
Right. So I'm just like, okay, so how can we pretend that this is our song category? So yeah, she was alive in the 70s.
Which I don't think is going well, because I don't think I passed for someone from the 70s very well.
No, I don't think you would.
Yeah,
Well, actually, no, because we were at Jesus People Camp Out, and we were, I think,
oh my gosh,
I think we posted the video.
We posted this video of we got to sing with this really cool bluegrass band while we were at the Jesus People concert.
And it's
yeah, well, this lady, the lady in the band, the bassist, she was a really nice. They were a really nice group. And then this lady,
and she keeps gesturing at me and Frankie, or me and Bunkie, and going, "Yeah, your ages, like when I was around your age." And there's age difference between us, because I'm almost 18 and she's
and then she
10.
asks us what are our
Almost
ages or
10.
who's the oldest. And
Yeah.
apparently a lot of people think I'm the oldest.
because she's tall and she talks to people so well.
And she thought this one was 10. So it's like, I'm 18 this fall. And she's like, oh, I thought you were 10.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? When you're 50, you're going to be really thankful for that youthful beauty.
You're gonna hope that they're saying you're 10.
Like I would not be surprised if this continues happening. Where are you looking for your class?
Oh my gosh, in choir. So she was in the older choir, and
Junior, senior
Bunkie
high.
and I were in the younger choir. And so she was in like the high schoolers choir, and we were in the middle school to
And this
elementary
high school
choir.
mom comes over and she's like, "Oh, your choir is this way." So I follow her, and there's like a bunch of 4-year-olds.
She's like, I am in the junior senior choir. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were like,
Like, because I've looked 10 for the last 8 years.
Okay, Clay. When you hit that 21, make sure you take your ID with you everywhere.
you can't buy that. You're only 10.
Yeah.
My hair's here.
That's just my life now.
7 more minutes, honey. So what did you do this week?
I lived.
What else did you do?
Yay! Great accomplishment.
I woke up.
You woke up.
That's
Did you build
awesome.
anything?
Nope.
I didn't.
I haven't
Did
woken
you,
up yet, so that's
Did I
good.
work?
what did you do out there on your bench? What you been doing?
I was working on my sticks.
Oh,
Getting
walking
close.
sticks.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah? What kind of walking sticks?
The kind you walk with.
Yay! Fine.
He's super helpful, isn't he?
So you're like carving them?
Right now, I'm debarking them.
Oh, cool.
You know,
So do
you take the bark off. You got to let them dry,
Right.
right? And then you take
Well-
the bark off, and then you got to let them dry some more, because some of them have the bark's kind of green. So, and then once you get it all done, then you sand it, and then you got to get it the way you want it, and then
Right.
you do whatever. You either stain it, or you carve it, or you
Right.
what do you call that? Paracord on it for
Yeah.
handles and straps and stuff.
Hmm.
And then you learn how to fight with them. Look
Ooh.
at that.
So do you add like anything to the end to help it get a better brace in the ground, or do you just use the wood?
For what?
Because like I've seen some people add like metal spikes or stuff to the ends of their walking sticks just so that it can get a better grab on the ground. Do you do anything like that, or do you just leave it?
I put a rubber, you know what goes on the bottom of chairs? Those rubber feet?
Yeah.
I put those on the bottom
Oh, that's clever.
because they seem to grip better, because those spikes, they're fine and everything until you get into rock.
Yeah. Then
And
they're
then
just
you
like squeak, squeak.
Yeah, and a lot of times they break off, or, you know, they just glance off, whatever. But yeah, I've had them where they broke off and stuff. So I used a little rubber feet. It seemed to help better.
Steven says he knew you were going to say that,
You say what?
that you were working on the kind of sticks you use for walking, walking sticks.
Yeah. Oh, Steven, he's a pretty sharp guy, isn't he?
He is.
It's like very Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
It's just like
Carson wants to know what kind of wood they
when I
are.
say that.
They're different ones. The one I was working on today is off that one of those long branches off that lilac tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, interesting.
and it's been sitting there since I cut that down, drying.
Oh, walking sticks.
Very cool.
People would be interested to see them.
There's nothing to them right now. They're just sticks. Really,
They like to see the whole process.
they well, two of them I got from that neighbor we had that died, the Indian guy.
Oh, in Toledo?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's
Enchiladas?
his name? Rolland.
Roland.
Yeah, I got those. There's 2 or 3 of them I got from him
Okay.
because his wife gave them to me. and stuff. So they're pretty much dry. Because that's like, what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, that's quite a while ago.
Oh wow.
But, yeah. And then there's some other ones I've just picked up. Whenever we used to go hiking, I had a little problem.
Picking up sticks.
I'd be dragging sticks home. And then,
I think that's cool. You got your own hobby.
Labrador dog.
huh?
Like a Labrador dog.
Yeah.
She's Grandma's calling me a dog now.
I was calling you a dog. A lab, at least.
A lab, yeah.
You know what you need to do is you need to get a dog. You need to get a nice big dog.
I want to get a service dog.
You take your dog. No, you take your dog on a walk, and then when you see a good branch, you give the branch to the dog, and then you go home and he'll carry your log for you. He'll carry your branch for you. Dogs are really good at carrying sticks.
Yeah, I believe that.
Stick and they won't put it down ever.
That's the problem.
The trick will be getting the branch back when you get home. And when you figure out how to do that, make a video so that I can figure out how to do that.
how to get the stick away from the dog, Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually that don't work.
Steven says Tabby is a service cat.
Well, that's true, but she's not much on hikes.
No, she doesn't care for outside.
I want a service dog. One that'll tell me when I'm having a heart attack. Sit down, Dave. You're having a heart attack.
Dog, that's not how that works, Mr. Dave. They don't talk. Actually, I've seen some stuff about those dogs. They're actually they're very in tune. They can actually hear, they can hear your heartbeat, or they can like smell something about the way you are.
Insulin levels.
Right.
Well, that's
And so they can do that. They can sense when your insulin levels are going down. They can sense when you're about to have like a blackout. Like we saw a dog who we watched a video. Mom and I watched a video where this dog was like able to tell when his person was having trouble, and then he put his head on her lap, and then she passed out, and when she woke up, he was still there.
Yeah.
Like
there's quite a few videos of that, and then it depends on what kind. Depends
they
on
can
what you need
to detect seizures. And,
because that friend of mine that died, that I went to school with, he had a service dog.
Right, they're trained for different things.
But he was trained for him because he had strokes and stuff. But he was trained especially for him and stuff. So, but he died and the dog died. So I'm old. Everybody's dying.
Steven says, if you have a heart attack, you will be the first to know it.
Maybe not. I'll just go to sleep.
And Carson says he used to make walking sticks and sell them at craft fairs. I've tried to talk Dave into selling his walking sticks at craft fairs with me. He will not. He refuses.
I don't do it to sell them.
Well, I don't make my art to sell either, but you can only have so many
No, you can't.
paintings on the wall.
You can have many as you want. Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you do a Rapunzel and paint the wall?
What?
Instead of just painting paintings and hanging them on the wall, that's too many steps. Just paint the wall.
on the wall.
The way she paints?
Splash.
Yeah, there you go. How would that work?
If you're lucky, it'll splash back and it'll just cover her, not the walls.
It'd be, yeah. Well, what do you do if it doesn't come out right?
Then you cover it, try again.
You paint it white and you start over.
That's a lot of layers of white. You'll have really thick walls by the end.
I think I was going to say, you could end up with quite a few thick walls. What are you doing now?
Well, I'm getting another cover for it because the other one's ooky.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it kind of getting hard yet, Miss Lorrie?
Yeah, this one's done, Taylor.
Or is this one?
It's there, but it's still not there. It's still got a lot of liquid in it.
In the middle, but it's mostly hard.
Because you can do some of that after you take it out of the steamer.
Get rid of some of the moisture.
Yeah. We're gonna stick this in the fridge now.
It's a little harder than pudding.
Yeah, so then it should be good.
Great. So is it supposed to be pudding or is it supposed to be cheesecake?
Well, kind of in between, because the consistency is closer to a thick pudding or custard or something like that, but it self-stands like a cheesecake. So,
Okay.
but it's just good.
I'm gonna try and get it over this thing so I can have it sit straight.
Are you done cooking?
Essentially.
I'm done with the stove.
Oh,
I turned it off.
well, I'm just asking. I'm gonna say you're not gonna be sticking that in there.
No, I'm not gonna stick it in the fridge yet. I'm gonna let it sit for
No, I
a
thought
few
you were gonna
minutes.
try to put it back in the
Right away.
No, I'm not gonna put it back in the pot. To be on the safe side, I should cook it for 5 more minutes.
Right.
Okay. It's a custard because of the raw eggs.
Why it isn't cooked.
Well, it isn't. It's still pretty liquidy in places.
Are you gonna be able to put it in there?
Yeah, I can do it.
How's the angle? No. How's the angle?
It's good. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna cut ours now.
No.
No.
Stop it. I'm gonna cut a heart in it. Oh my
No. 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 Don't
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Like you murdered my gingerbread.
god. That's a funny story.
Yeah, tell them about that. So for Christmas one time,
We made gingerbread houses once for Christmas.
Did you eat them?
Yeah, we tried to.
We were trying to. We were eating the gingerbread houses and the gingerbread cookies and the gingerbread men. And then one of these little gingerbread men that Bunkie made for her house was still in the pot. And so I'm just like, oh, this one looks good. So I split it in half and I handed half of it to Bunkie. And I was going to eat the other half. No, we were going to split it because we were just sharing all of the pieces. And all of a sudden she's bawling.
Oh no!
And I'm just like, what? It's just a cookie. We're meant to eat it. She's just sobbing and crying. And I'm just like, what did I do? And so apparently I killed, what was his name?
Killed a gingerbread man.
Jerry.
Ah, so
Lord.
mean.
Lorrie
Yeah,
tried
Apparently I killed Gingy. So
to, Lorrie tried to make a gingerbread house, and I just finally started eating it because it wasn't really being built.
We made a video of it. It's in it was a few years ago, but it's in my the 12 days of Christmas or Vlogmas or something
But
from a few years ago. It's a Christmas playlist.
I remember that.
It's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Dave and I trying to make
On your channel though.
Mhm.
oh, Steven remembers that video.
Oh yeah, this is good. This is a good recipe.
Funny, they can't eat it. Yep.
Yummy, yummy. Mine's probably going to be another 10 minutes. So I totally understand if you guys have to get and go.
We don't.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I went to bed at 10 p.m. last night, which is insanely early for me, so I'm good.
Okay, good.
It's to bed at 2 though, so
Good. Well, you can have a second piece then when ours is ready.
Yay!
and we still had to get up fairly early to go pick up the birds from the meat camp.
Not really.
So and it was pretty
tomorrow? Yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow too, but it's only.
Well, I mean, today we don't need to get up early tomorrow. Well, yes, we do. We have Sunday. We have Sunday service tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Sunday. We got stuff to do.
Yeah.
We usually go to bed at 2 on Saturdays, so.
Oh, they build gingerbread houses with the grandkids
Aww.
for Christmas.
Mm.
We used to. I don't know that we ever really got into making gingerbread houses.
We do.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I helped my sisters.
Yeah, we did gingerbread houses like almost every year for the past 6-7 years, but we only ate it last year. Like we usually
Okay.
We usually would
make
just
them
throw
and
it
throw
out.
them
It's a lot of sugar, so we
Yeah.
don't really ever eat them very often.
And
I
it's
think
weird
only
'cause, like,
last year.
When I
we-
was little, I really wanted to because they looked like they were so good. But eating them last year, it's just like it's very stale and crumbly.
Well,
I
yeah.
think you're supposed to just make
Like,
it and then
okay.
eat it, or else it's really stale and bad.
Yeah, that can be sometimes the problem with the pre-made ones too, is they can kind of
You shouldn't eat those.
they can
Unpaved
be.
Explorer
they can
said,
be a
"Where's
little
my
bit
slice?"
Where's
It's
my
in the
slice? Hi, Unpaved.
Her slice is right here. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's right. You can't have it.
Hey, you're so mean.
You gotta make one.
The ingredients are in the description. You just have to go make it.
His nephews build gingerbread houses, then blow them up.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What do they use to blow them up with?
How did they do that?
Fun.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
That sounds like so much fun, doesn't it?
It does. Just like the candy bits go everywhere.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like really snowy and gross when it happens.
The dogs can eat it. There's no chocolate.
I guess it depends on what you use to blow it up with.
Because like if you
Firecrackers. Oh, dear.
a potato gun, that works too.
Potato guns.
Just a high velocity potato shoot for the job.
Mom said the candy gets eaten for sure. They disappear a little bit at a time. So apparently she has noticed. Gummy bears that disappear from the roof, or they shoot them. Mom said we
Oh, one here and there.
Mom's encouraging this.
have
She
permission.
is.
She's what?
She's encouraging it
For what?
for them to blow up a gingerbread house.
So when Mom's gingerbread houses inexplicably go missing and there's all of a sudden loud bangs from outside, I think Mom might want to go back on that. Mom's always noticed, right?
Yeah.
She's going to be there lighting the fireworks for you.
Can I say M80s?
In the 80s.
Yeah,
In the 80s.
those work real good.
They do they?
If you can get them anymore. I don't even know if you can get them anymore.
I wouldn't know. I would not know either.
Well, that's back in the days when there wasn't any rules.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Oh, Mr. Carson has smashed. They smashed them after Christmas.
There you go.
And
See, we
They love it too much.
gingerbread destruction.
Hammer.
They smash them up.
I can remember I went to Sunday school and I had to have been like 4, and I can remember this. They made a Tower of Babel made out of what kind of pasta was it? She wasn't there. It was either bow tie pasta or penne pasta. And they made a Tower of Babel with it, and we just like went back and forth with this mallet trying to destroy it. It was actually one of the most fun things I've ever done.
I'm just thinking about it because you got to do it the fun way. So it's just like you got your gingerbread house and you're just like, I'm sorry, sir, but your house doesn't meet the town requirements. Or just like, yeah, your house is in a little bit of trouble, so we're gonna remodel it.
The HOA says your windows need to be larger.
Your siding is 2 shades past the requirements of our area. Bam.
Yeah, do it.
No, not on
Make
mine.
a whole movie of it.
For the destruction of her little
I'm
gingerbread
gonna end up
town.
sobbing again.
Well, it's a little.
This is so sad.
Well, no, you can only destroy your own gingerbread house. You can't destroy someone else's gingerbread
Unless
house.
there's a misfire with a cannon.
Well, yeah, those happen.
Right.
those
And
happen.
accidents.
Accident.
Sometimes hammers fall.
Or the candies aren't straight.
Yeah.
Your shingles.
Candies are straight.
You see,
Or you could just like.
I have cookie candy.
hi,
She just like
Ah.
she just like hit the counter really hard for no reason. Like, okay.
Ow.
Can you invite us into your home, please? No.
No.
Okay.
Okay, Miss Lorrie, you might want to put your flan in the fridge soon.
I think it is in the fridge.
No, it's still in the pot cooking.
Yeah, it should be pretty much good by now.
Okay, I'm gonna go take it out again. And I will use a lid on the pot.
You need a pot holder.
A pot holder on the pot. I'm gonna leave it on there this time so I don't forget it. On my hand.
Her memory isn't real good.
Yeah,
Well,
it isn't.
don't worry about it, Miss Lorrie. I'm like 16 soon, and my memory isn't that good either.
Okay, well
I
that's
wrote raspberry on my wrist to remind me that when we go out, we need to tie up the raspberry grapes or the raspberry plants.
cooking for an hour.
I forgot to tie up the raspberry plants.
So instead, she's outside, she's just like, why is there raspberry written on my
I did not. I just forgot it was there.
And she tried to like write down. Oh, I forgot to do that.
What?
She tried to write down my reminders on my wrist, and it didn't last longer than 5 minutes because I don't like ink on me. I just like scrubbed it off because I thought I was allergic to it.
Did she get lost?
Miss Lorrie?
Yeah,
Where'd she go?
I lost.
What are you doing?
Put it in the fridge.
Oh,
Put it right in the fridge.
We have flan.
I want to taste it before the midnight.
before midnight.
Before their midnight.
Spikes and it will disappear.
We've got like 15 minutes.
It's got to be in there a while.
Well, if we go 15 more minutes, it'll be 2 hours. So we'll give it 10 minutes and then I'll try to flip it.
So it's in the fridge already?
It's in the fridge. I put it right in the fridge.
Nice.
We actually have one fridge that we use especially for that. It just has like pop and stuff in it.
And her stuff that she grows mold on.
And the stuff that I grow mold on, yeah. Yeah, but so I have it. It doesn't so I put hot things in it all the time.
Yeah,
Because it doesn't matter if my pop warms up for a little while.
we're like the best growers probably at growing mold in a fridge.
At growing mold?
We're very good at that, actually.
I feel like
might have you beat there.
Nope.
Yeah.
We might actually still have meatballs and rice in Mom's store.
no, that was gotten out of there. It was only in there for about a year.
Only there for about a year.
There was a Tupperware of meatballs and rice in Mom's shed for about a year.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They were good meatballs.
Surprisingly, the meatballs still look like meatballs. So
There's just the rice that turned blue.
Wow.
Turned blue.
Turned blue.
Yeah.
Mold.
It must have been in there a long time.
Yeah.
Almost a full year.
Almost a full year. Yeah, it turned colors.
Mama Jam says she doesn't like leftovers.
What is with you people?
But Daddy makes great leftover meals. Dave does too.
Yeah, he'll take like all of the leftovers and scramble them in an omelet. And I was just like, why would you mix pasta with that stuff? Like you got
And then it turns out
rice
good.
and pasta and eggs and vegetables.
and this obscure pepper
all
that I
in
didn't realize was
one
in the fridge.
thing. And then I'm just like, this is
Sounds
gonna be
that bad.
horrible. And then it's
It's either really good or really spicy. Those
So
are
you guys don't eat leftovers?
what?
You guys don't eat leftovers?
well, if there's enough, we'll have it for dinner the next day. Or for
You don't
lunch.
eat it like you guys don't go in there for like lunch or something, eat what's left over from the night before?
We do when we remember to. We'll
Or
go
when
in
Dad
there
reminds
or when Dad
No,
reminds
you're one of them guys when you remember to.
Yeah.
And then when you go and look at it, it's got little fuzzies on it.
When we would have leftovers, it would become a side for the next day's dinner, or it would stay in there for a week.
Yeah.
Started doing it for lunch until Dad started getting on us about it like a year ago.
And so now
So
it's
still a
either
very new habit.
dinner, you have dinner, and then the next day that's probably going to be part of your lunch, or if there's enough, it's dinner. And if there's not enough, then you put it in mac and cheese, or you put it in eggs.
Or you leave it in tiny Tupperware at the back of the fridge, and it will drive Dad crazy.
And I don't know when it's from, and I'm scared to touch it.
That's how they get in my fridge. I have to call Dave and say, honey, I think I left this one in here for a little bit too long. I don't think I can touch it.
Well, mold for me, it makes it hard to breathe. Like, it's not like I
know
by that stuff. It just makes it hard for me to breathe. It's not just like
She has
I
to smell the lunch meat and stuff. I can't.
Oh, yeah. So whenever they think something might have turned, they give it to me to smell because I'm very sensitive to that kind of stuff. So if I gag,
Then,
they know it's not any good.
yeah.
oh my gosh, I can relate with that so much.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't be her because I'm more picky about food than she is, but I can never breathe.
Right, because they all have allergies almost all the time. And so I have the most sensitive nose. And so Mom's just like, try to figure out why the kitchen smells. And so I'm sniffing around and I'm just like, gags at the eggs, gags at the onions, gags at the steak.
It's everywhere.
Oh, dear.
A gag meter. Yes, that's what we need.
That's her. That's
I
her.
am the gag meter.
She's the one that gags. Oh, that's bad food. Lori's gagging.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
you should
we're
see
picky
me.
about stuff like milk, or I think it's mostly milk.
Oh my gosh,
I'll
she's
put
so
it-
picky about milk. If it's a day past the expiration date, it doesn't matter if it smells or not. Her mind has decided that it smells. And I'm just like, KayKay, I promise you, I would not lie to you. This milk doesn't smell bad at all.
And then I
Look.
I can't
Sitting there with her cereal, yeah, is like,
Yeah. These guys.
eggshells in
Every
her.
time. Hi, Niecy.
eggshells. That is different.
If
Hi, Miss Niecy. Eggshells are different. I cannot swallow
she
eggshells.
gets even the smallest little eggshell in her egg, she just like absolutely loses her mind. She'll go away and spit it out. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yuck.
Spit it out on my plate. What do you want me to
well,
do?
I mean, if it's in there and it's big, I'll take it out. If not, then I'll just like force myself to swallow it instead of like picking through my mouth just to get the one egg. Or
No, I don't do that. I just like go
spitting
spit it
out all of the egg. Like,
Yeah.
no, it's wasteful.
I can't handle finding a crunch in a food that is not supposed to be crunchy. I
And then
don't
have-
like it.
Right? It could be a bone or something.
It could be a bug. It could be an eggshell.
And then half the time, Bunkie puts everything but the bagel seasoning in it.
That's the worst.
It's this specific seasoning that has all this stuff in it.
Uh-oh. Niecy says she can't do flan. She's gagging just thinking about it.
KayKay is upset.
That's hilarious. Sorry, Niecy.
You see,
What kind of spice is that?
Everything but the bagel season.
Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh,
It's pretty good, I suppose. But if you
you
put
see
it,
how thick this is?
Bunkie puts it in eggs, and every time she does, KayKay's just like, "There's an eggshell in this. There's an eggshell in my mouth." It's like it's the bagel seasoning again.
No, it's just a seed. It's okay. It's just a seed.
It's awful.
She doesn't like textures in her food either. She doesn't like mushrooms or zucchini.
Okay, that's slimy. Like, I have excuses
Yeah.
for all of these. I have reasons why I don't like
They
them.
separate their food so it doesn't touch when they eat.
Actually,
Well, she's
no.
also the kind of person who like touches her.
What?
Okay, she squishes it.
She touches their food?
What pokes it?
Yeah.
What are you making? Checking to see if it's live or not?
She totally does. Yes, you do. Oh no. She's gonna
Speaking of that, is delicious.
it. Well, because if I don't like it on my hand, why would I like that? I'm not like poking it.
Right? And do you have to smell it?
No, I can do that. That's not something I do here.
She pokes her food and then smells it.
I can't.
Is that what she said?
She can't smell anything. She has allergies. She can hardly breathe.
Well, by poking it, she can tell if it's good or bad.
No, I just like no.
I'm confused.
Her taste is in her fingertips.
I'm lost here. Help me out. How do you eat?
I'd rather not.
Wait a minute. I got it. Wait a minute. Let me test it.
Oh my goodness. Kay is totally throwing KayKay under the bus.
Kind of.
This is payback for my childhood.
I didn't realize.
Older sister payback.
I go,
Yeah.
wait, what is this?
This is revenge for my child.
I'm not that bad.
Well, how long has it been in the fridge now?
What's your timer say?
4 minutes?
What's the timer say?
I didn't set a timer when I put it in
Oh
the
my
fridge.
God. Then you turn around and I don't know how long it's been in there.
No, it has not been about 2 minutes.
It's been about 4 minutes. 5 minutes.
Anyone in here is right.
Thank you, Bunkie.
Somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes.
He's timing you?
Bunkie's timing me.
Well, at least somebody's on the ball.
Somebody's on the ball.
I think Bunkie's wrong.
Steven says 10 minutes.
Okay, so
Okay, so
I think he's a little behind.
I'm just wondering if I can flip it yet.
I
Go
will.
Could be
you
scary.
go there and poke it with like a fork or something.
okay, hold on. What do you mean portray? What do you mean?
Who said portray?
Carson.
Oh.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Why is portray?
All right. Well, I'm
What
kinda
does she do?
confused too.
What does she have that's
This
so
is the kid that got banned from the kitchen.
yeah?
And you're saying portray. Now, wait a minute.
She's in the kitchen.
She's in the kitchen.
And making fun of me. So it looks like you put it in at 11:42. So it's been
11:42. Okay. So
What's
that's 10 minutes.
do it.
Thank you, Steven, for keeping track.
Try it. Just try it.
He's good for something.
He's good for lots of things.
He's good for a lot. He has a bunch of cats. That's important.
He does have a bunch of cats.
How much is a bunch?
I don't know. A lot.
Is it
Okay,
like
so-
a gaggle or something?
I don't
gaggle
actually
of
know.
cats?
No, it's a gaggle of like gaggles.
What are a herd of cats?
Herd of cats.
I don't
I
know.
Herd of
I said, what are a herd of cats?
A clouder. They're called a clouder.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's just the.
They're a what?
syrup.
Clouder. CLOWDER.
You're right, a clouder. So does he have a clouder?
He only has 2.
He only has 2.
It's an attempted clouder.
Well, his bunch is kind of small.
We have 2 cats.
Yeah, we have our own little clouder.
I'm getting out of the way.
Evacuate while you can.
Okay, wait, Miss Lorrie, wait, Miss Lorrie, wait. You gotta trace the side with a knife first, a butter knife, to loosen it.
Well, I have parchment paper.
Oh yeah.
This should work.
Okay, then you should be good. So just flip.
Over the sink.
So little faith.
So
he tried.
little faith, right?
Yeah, I've been on the experiment before.
Autumn Leaf had
Oh my
18
gosh.
at one time.
Wow.
Whoa.
Louis.
18 cats.
Well,
That's a clouder and a half. That's a lot of cats.
Well, maybe. It might be. Okay.
I think that's the sugar syrup.
It is part of
Yep.
it. But is it supposed to wiggle?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'm gonna pour off some of this.
Well, just leave it on the deal. It'll harden up.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay. I'll let it set. I think it's just the syrup still is hot.
It's not cold.
And so it's still kind of runny. But yay, it's done.
Well,
I
it's
bet I
around.
can taste it.
Well, what are we steaming? What are we steaming here?
The house. It's hot and dry lately. We need to add a little humidity.
You know, I'm surprised our house is still standing.
Okay, good night, Miss Nisi.
Macy, thanks for popping in.
Yeah, thanks for coming
The
in.
guy made her sick. She left.
Oh yeah, I showed my flan, didn't I?
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it
have
was
to taste
good.
it. I think even if it is hot.
Oh no.
Yeah, let's
No, you can't taste it.
Well, I guess you can, but I don't know.
You
Yeah,
just
you
cut it. It doesn't really matter how you cut it. Just cut into it and then pass out pieces.
Yeah, but if it's soupy and stuff, you know,
Yeah. Like
You
I would
shouldn't do
let it
that.
sit for a little bit.
Maybe just a bit.
it's
would you
on.
put it in the refrigerator?
What?
Would you put it in the refrigerator for a little bit or not?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how about it?
I want to flip our other one.
Why don't you let it cool so it firms up?
All right. Just want to taste it.
Well, taste the sauce.
It's much yellower.
It is much yellower.
The sauce is
Hey,
delicious.
you didn't press it. Yeah.
Take one spoonful.
I feel like we need a bigger plate.
That's so good.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Hey,
I mean, not to say I told you so, but
It's fine.
I told you.
That is so good.
woo!
Hey, what did Isaac be?
There we go.
Where's Isaac?
You almost missed.
Kidding.
We
did.
See?
It's kind of coming off,
That close. Oh, you did. You did miss.
But it didn't spill.
Well, that part you get to cut off and eat.
I'll just kind of scooch it back on this plate.
Oh, there you go.
Right, so Mom says you wouldn't have been able to flip it if the middle is not set. It's best when it's cold. Well, it flipped.
It flipped and it's absolutely delicious.
But it's
Okay, give out pieces.
No, I can't give out pieces. It's still too floppy. They don't get to try it yet.
Oh, that's
Dave
rude.
won't eat it while it's hot. Dave wants it to be cool.
Flan for breakfast.
Give that to Get Mom's
You
plate.
gotta get Mom's
Do
plate.
you want some, Mom?
New plate.
Mom will have some. Sure you don't want some? No? All right. Mom and me are having some.
well, good for you guys. Now I'm sitting here looking at myself in the computer. Everybody's gone.
Sorry. So why don't you want to try it yet?
I just put one.
Oh, it's right here. Yours, KayKay. It's in here over here.
Oh, cool.
So anything else you've been working on
So I just
recently
don't
other
get a
than your other than your watch?
What'd you do? Steal that from Bunkie or what?
No, Bunkie has hers because I was going to give mine to Mom. So
Oh.
I ended up giving it to Bunkie because Mom already had one.
Well, I thought maybe you're taking it from her.
No, Bunkie's eating hers.
Yeah.
Here you go, Mima.
So yummy. Why do we have so much of this stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. Why did we make so many?
I was gonna say you got quite a few there. You got a party going on.
A personal party.
But
I was
like,
gonna say, you got some kind of gathering with all those.
So
Yeah,
one recipe
yeah.
makes one of these or two of these. And we've
What's the
eaten one of these tonight. Nothing. Just different pans.
different pan. This was a
Okay, so you got different sizes there.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we
Smaller
already
pan.
eaten one of these. So there were two of these, and then
This
the
one-
other recipe made one of these.
And you already ate one of the little ones.
Yeah.
This one took less time to cook though because it was shallower.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about
Yum.
shallow. They look about the same size. I think they're just smaller.
Sure you don't want to bite?
Uh-uh.
Stitch is behind you guys.
Ema says it's slimy.
She ain't eating it then.
Eat it. It's good.
It's good and slimy.
It's good and slimy.
Way to go, Nemo.
112 degrees. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
What is?
2.
Autumn Leaf's weather was 112.
llanera.
Oh, so a llanera. I'll go get that. Those are 2 L's.
They're shaped like this.
2 L's.
They're this shaped pans.
Oh, okay.
So these are really thin.
Oh, sweet.
Like there's not much metal to them,
Yeah.
but the sugar dissolves much faster, and it's better to cook the flan in.
Okay.
And it's faster.
We just had a heat wave here too. We hit 100 a couple
Wow.
days in a row.
The weather station didn't.
We broke our air conditioner.
Oh no!
We
They reached
did.
60 degrees Fahrenheit inside. It was really cold.
So like
So you broke it so it stayed on.
the AC
Yeah.
broke. So if we left it off, it would get to be like 90s in the house, and it was just unbearable. But if we turned it on, it would get to be like in the 60s, and we're all like, it's so cold.
So the problem, I don't know, there's something
So-
wrong with the wiring, so the thermostat doesn't work anymore.
No, that was
Okay.
Dad's fault.
Oh.
So,
So she
so
broke it.
Dad, no, stop. Let me tell my story. So Dad and I fixed it, and so because this happened, I think last year or 2 years ago, too. And what we had to do was we had to replace a Dad and I both keep
Shit.
forgetting the word. No, it sounds like condenser, but it's not.
condensed milk.
Never mind. We had to replace something. And then we were on the phone with this guy who works AC, and he told us to rewire some stuff to override some things. And so that was able to turn on the air conditioning. So it was no longer compressor. Thank you.
Stephen A.
Thank you, Mr. Steven. That's what it was. We replaced that.
Capacitor.
That's the one. Oh my gosh. So there's both in
Jacob's
the air
triangle hooks.
conditioning. There's both in the air conditioning unit. And so there's the compressor, and right next to it is the capacitor. And so Dad and I kept calling it compressor, but what we were replacing was the capacitor.
And then sometime in there it became condenser.
Condenser.
Well, I also forgot audio.
Well, there's a difference between a
Okay, so
condenser
she
and a
gets
capacitor.
condenser because she's also our audio engineer. So she
Yeah.
works with condenser microphones.
Not only do I work with them, I study them, and I know how they work and how they're built. And I also know about the
Condenser, compressor, capacitor.
You memorize those words and tell me which ones mean which. And so we
My
replaced
flan was delicious.
Well, good for you.
So we rewired it the way he told us to, and that got the air conditioning working.
And it's not hot anymore.
But now it's going to 60 degrees.
Because like if you don't
Because
kill
it-
the fuse, it doesn't turn off.
So
Okay.
that's what we
And so-
had to
and
do
So we went
was-
outside and we forgot to kill the fuse. So it's like
Oh.
50 degrees outside, and we go in and it's like 59.
what we did was we went in the basement and we reset the circuit board, and so that needs some help. But that'll have to happen after we figure out how to undo what the dude told us to do outside. So right now we have it at a stable point where we're able to turn it on at the fuse box and at the thermostat.
then we have to
and
turn
that'll
it
go
off.
on. And then once it gets too cold, we have to manually turn it off in both spots. But we are
Okay.
able to get it to work now.
Yeah.
We just can't like
But-
forget about it or it gets really cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But just think when that was probably a really nice cool me down when you came in from that heat and it was 60 degrees inside. You
Unless
probably
you,
see your breath.
unless you were one of the people who was not outside at the time when you're slowly just kind of like freezing while you're trying to record.
Basically.
It's like the frog in the boiling water, eh?
Right. As soon as it wow, it's cold.
Getting you ready for winter.
Oh, why it's so cold in here? Being comfortable can be
I
complicated.
need a sweater.
Right.
That sounds like your mom.
That was actually, I think, the day I was trying to record at last.
Every
Ah.
It was either
At
that.
last, you guys came in and turned off the AC.
It was either the day I was trying to learn Bohemian Rhapsody. It's one of those two that I was in the house by myself on the piano. And it just
Okay.
like, slowly got really cold and I somehow didn't notice.
Well, you were busy. You were into something.
Right.
And then you probably took a break, and that's when you noticed.
Yeah, I went to go get water. It's like, oh wow, my feet are really cold.
That's it.
Yeah, that day. That exact day.
So yeah, that was my fault.
That exact day.
It happens.
Everyone was like, "It's winter again," and then
We're all wearing sweaters and whatnot, and no one wants to like move.
we're all frozen.
Well, that's like Mila sometimes. It'll get so cold in here. She's sitting out there. It's 100 degrees outside, and she's sitting there wrapped up in a blanket with a
Yeah,
sweater.
it gets terribly cold in here. 75.
75 degrees in the house, and she's wrapped
76.
up in a.
75.
Wow. It's pretty hot.
So, 7 past midnight here.
Yeah, so I should let you go. That was delicious. I am definitely going to make it again.
And
Yeah, it's a
when
fun
you
recipe.
finally get Mr. Dave to try it, maybe you should record it.
I will. He'll probably won't try it till the morning.
Well, I'm sure it's a good breakfast.
Yeah. I think I might have it for breakfast too. It's got all those eggs in it. It has to be good for you.
And we're supposed to be using
Right.
up all the hundreds of eggs that my ducks are giving us anyway.
There you go.
This is not the best way to take care of your eggs.
What are you talking about?
It's a lot
Did you
of
guys ever see Feather and Down? Remember Feather and Down from Australia? Feather and Down Homestead, that he has had like 8 kids or something.
sounds familiar, yeah.
Okay, so they got a plethora of eggs one year, and they were like doing target practice with them, and they had like the question, and you had to answer the question right, or you got the egg broke on your head, or or some of the eggs were hard boiled, and some of them were not hard boiled, and you had to like take it and hit it on your head.
Okay, we
Yeah,
gotta
it was fun. I'm sure it's in one of their old videos.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, except here's the thing: these eggs have been sitting here for a while. So some of them are good. Some of them are going to be good. Some of them are going to be hard boiled. Some of them are going to be rotten.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they might have had some rotten ones in with there. I don't know. They might have taken the rotten ones out. You can do the water test, right?
Yeah. Hey, Mom's giving us permission because eggs on your hair is good for your hair.
Eggs on your hair is really good for your hair.
So let's
So is
finish it.
mayonnaise.
So is mayonnaise. You can get the eggs first, and you can add a little mayo, scrub it in.
So what do you got? A hair salad?
Yeah, honey, a hair salad.
I don't have to worry about that.
But
Well,
yes,
I should probably let you go before I say anything else embarrassing.
You are not saying anything else. No. You're done.
good night, lovely people.
Good night.
Good night.
Hair